So we begin with taping the trim including door jambs, baseboards, and windows. We've also taken off all the switch plate covers and also taped all switches and receps. We then lay the tape directly on the trim, just past the old tape line, making sure it's on the flat surface of the trim and not on the textured walls. As you can see, the tape line is just past the old paint line, roughly a 32nd to a 16th inch away, while maintaining a constant width to the outer edge of the trim. I try to do this in one continuous piece, top to bottom, as to keep the tape line nice and straight the entire length of the jamb. As I continue, I perform the same process on the other side of the jamb, then transitioning onto the baseboards, laying the tape about every 2 to 3 feet up to the next transition, while also laying a transition piece on every corner, as you can see. The reason for this is because as you lay the tape in long strips, you stretch it in order to maintain a straight line. When you stretch the tape, it wants to pull back, resulting in the tape possibly pulling off the corner transitions. So the small transition pieces keeps this from happening. I start my caulk line from the top of the tape all the way to the bottom of the door jamb. Now the bead does not have to be very thick at all, just enough to cover the tape line. I then take my wet rag and I dig out as much of the caulk as I can. The purpose of the caulk is to only seal the edge of the tape line before you start to brush the paint onto it, nothing else. So use the wet rag to help your finger dig all the excess caulk out, leaving a minimal amount on the tape. So now I'm just repeating the same exact process on the opposite side of the door jamb. Continuing on to the baseboards, I use the same method as I did on the door jambs, but with base, I only caulk about a 2 to 3 foot length before wiping it back off the tape. Now sometimes, as you can see here, I tend to apply a little too much caulk on the tape. Not a problem. Just take the excess caulk and wipe it over to the next area of tape. I begin brushing walls by applying an excess amount of paint to the wall, then proceed to spread it out evenly. I then start brushing the area where the wall meets the ceiling using this same method. Apply the excess paint. Use the edge of the brush to cut in the wall against the ceiling. Then brush the area to an even finish, repeating these same steps all the way around the room. A good rule of thumb to follow for the length of each run is about 10 to 12 inches, or the length of the brush. Also, when spreading out the paint at the end of the run, I try to use little to no pressure on the brush. Just let the brush do the work. This helps to assure brush lines are minimal. All lower cutting uses the same technique, ensuring that all the tape lines where caulked are completely covered. Right now, I'm actually applying the second coat. As I cut in, I use what is called the slap method. I dip the brush, then slap it against the inside of the bucket. This ensures a decent amount of paint stays on the brush without it dripping all over the place. The more paint on the brush, the more workable paint on the wall. For cutting in, this method is a must for ensuring an efficient and timely manner for painting walls. And this is the end result. Everything cut in twice, top to bottom. All tape lines fully covered with 2 coats. All ceiling lines nice and sharp. And now ready for rolling. So we start by applying the paint roughly in the middle of the wall, spreading out the paint first, then rolling out the paint to an even finish for about 2 full runs. After this, I then go back over the previously rolled area, assuring all areas are evenly rolled. Once again repeating the process. Spread out the paint, evenly roll the 2 runs, then roll back over the previous area. And I repeat this process throughout the entire room, applying 2 full coats. And this is the end result. Newly fresh painted walls. And be sure to check out our other videos for more in-depth instructions on each step of painting a bedroom. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel for more painting tips.